Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible? Cool. So today I'm going to talk about emails. So who am I? So right now I'm a marketing person. We have a shopping website, online shopping website, and we are planning to put a sale for our users for a limited period. And I'm planning to run a marketing campaign which will send emails to say 10,000 users which we have in our database to tell them about our sale. Okay, and I've come up with this beautiful email to send it to my users. Okay, so ideally, I would want this email to look exactly like this in all the 10,000 inboxes that I'm going to send you. But unfortunately, in the email marketing, what you see is not really your users, what your readers see. Why? At times, it comes out to be, email looks like this. You might be able to relate like this. So, like, it's really, me being a marketing person, it's really concerning for me because if my users see like this, just think about it. If you get such email, right, what you're gonna do with it? Either you'll skip it, move to another email, delete it, but not really gonna put effort to actually make sense out of it. Which means my business is losing users and losing money, right? So what are the things that actually concerns me? So very first thing is, how do I make sure that my email is actually going into inbox of users and not really going into spam? Second thing that concerns me is email client. Why? Because now I showed you two versions of emails, right? One was looking very beautiful, like pixel perfect on my email client. But the second which I showed you was looking very broken and very bad on one of my colleagues' email client. So different email clients render different. So how do I really make sure that it looks good, at least readable on all the email clients? Third thing is like mobile devices being very popular these days, right? A lot of people use mobile devices to read emails. How do I make sure my email is readable on mobile devices? So these are some things that concern me. Now think about it. Like if my email goes into spam, what will happen? Whatever money I'm putting in my marketing, the return on investment will affect because my users are not really getting email, right? Then, if someone gets a broken email from me, from my company, what will happen? They will start questioning, is it really a credible company? Which means my brand value is being affected, right? Then, all of these eventually will lead to revenue loss. So, this is massive effect, like my business is losing money. How do I make sure, like how do I really solve this problem? Okay. So now, I am a QA. Okay. I know how to solve this problem, to actually test emails thoroughly in different email clients and devices. So before we actually move on to that, I would like you to take you through the how exactly email works. So a normal user would think that email works like this. Like, okay, I am a sender, sending email, it is going to recipient, right? This is how we think it works. But in reality, this is how it works. So what happens is sender is sending email via the network, it goes to sender's mail server. From there, using the DNS lookup, it finds where the recipient's email server is located, and via different hops, it reaches to recipient's email server. So before it lands into the email server, recipient's email server, there is something called spam server, which actually scans your email content. And based on various rules, it decides whether it is a spam or inbox. And accordingly, it lands up to the destination. Okay. And then it goes to the recipient, and recipient sees your email using some email client. Okay. Now that you know how email works, where are the potential bottlenecks? Like what exactly is the thing is modifying your email. Okay. First thing is obviously the spam server, right? Second thing is the recipient email client. Now why do I say recipient email clients? Because every email client in this world render the email differently because of the different rendering engine. Okay. There are no standards defined for rendering the email. So for example, if Gmail will show your email very like pixel perfect, wherein Outlook might might show it in a broken image, okay, because of the rendering things, okay. So now, how do I really make sure, like, how do I really solve my problem? Like I said, testing email thoroughly will help. Then how to test, right? Testing all the emails manually will be very painful and not really possible, okay. So there are certain tools available in the market to do that. First is email on asset, campaign monitor, MailChimp, and Litmus. All these tools will actually help you to test emails on various clients, on devices, and also do the spam filter testing. So this is a problem that I actually encountered on my project, and for some reasons I ended up choosing Litmus. So what are the things we should really be testing when we say testing emails? First thing is definitely you need to make sure you preview your emails in all the email clients, devices, and web-based clients. At least if you know what your users are using, focus on them. Okay. Next is spam filter test. So Litmus actually helps you to scan your emails via the major email servers that they have. Okay. So it actually tells you if your email is spam or not. If it is, why? They give you the explanation so that you can improve your email and fix it. Okay. So next thing is from fields, reply to, and subject line. Now, why does this matter? Because the spam servers, like I said, they have various rules to categorize your email into spammy or not. So, from and the reply to fields are something like if your email ID looks fishy, then that is also one of the reasons that your email is considered as spam. So, make sure you test those things very well. Next thing is images. So every email client by default blocks images. That's why you see the broken email, right? So make sure if the images are being blocked, there are some alternate text, or it is at least readable. Okay. Next, links. So in emails, generally people put links which redirect them to their websites, right? You don't want to redirect the users to 404, right? So make sure all the links are working correctly. And then, so right now I was saying that, okay, I don't know what my users are using. So analytics in this case will help, right? Litmus has email analytics which can actually help you track the user activity. Like, what are users doing with your email? Are they really reading it, or they are forwarding, or they are printing, or like which email client they are using, which devices they are using, what location. So all of this information you can get from Litmus. So in a way, it is useful to take informed decision for future, right? So okay, so now I'll show a little demo of how to use Litmus. So once you log into Litmus, this is by the way not a free tool; it's a commercial tool. They have like free trial versions that I'm using. Okay. So once you register there, you have to say new email test, where you can actually create your email test. And then they give you a list of all the desktop clients that they have. You need to configure what email clients would you like to preview your emails on. Similarly, check the devices and the web-based clients. So I'm just going with all of them, just to show you. And at the end, you have also option to select, say, okay, I want to perform spam filter test or not. Okay, and then extra time to capture. So what this does is, at times your email takes more time to load. So this will add an additional, say, 10 seconds, and then it will take screenshot of it. So in a way that helps. So once you say start test, okay, so there are two ways that you can send them email to get you screenshot. One is that you can actually send your email to all these IDs that they have given. So if you look carefully, the second and third email are of the email servers. So it will actually go to those email servers, spam servers, and they will scan your email, and based on that they will give you scores. Okay, and otherwise you can actually paste your HTML of email if you have. but I would really recommend you to go to send an email because that's the real testing. Okay. So to save on time, I've already done one test, so I'll directly show you that. Yeah. So this is my test, and these are all the things that all the email plans that I selected. So you can actually go and check how your email looks in all the email plans. And what more, you can also say if it looks good or if it not, you can actually mark it accordingly. Then the spam filter test that I was talking about. So since this is free, so I can see only 3 spam servers they have scanned, but there are many. So what it does is, it says pass, which means no fishy content in my email. Okay. If it is failed, it would have given me the reason and everything. So next thing is subject line. As I said, it's important to check the subject line. Then the link check. So all of these facilities are provided by them. So you can simply go and check all the landing pages are working fine. Okay. And next thing is code analysis. One of the important things that they provide is, like I showed you in previews, in some of the email clients, it was looking broken, right? So it actually gives you suggestion, as in, so for example, if something is, some email is shown broken on Outlook, why is it really shown like that? What is the, like, your email is basically HTML and CSS most of the time, right? What are the actual attributes or things not supported by Outlook because of which it is looking like this? So it helps you quickly fix it and make sure your email looks good on that. So this is helpful. So what more? You can actually publish your results. So on my project, I was testing this, right, and I wanted to validate my design and look and feel with my stakeholders and clients certified. So this helps. If I publish it, I can actually select what you want to share. If I just say I want to share just the mobile clients, that's fine. I can take this URL and share it with my client or stakeholders, and they can easily see it. Yeah? So they can only see what they are meant to be seen. Okay. So yeah, so that's the quick demo of it. So now, so that's all that I had to show. Before I go, I want to summarize what did we learn from this session. First, what is the need for email? Emails also needs testing. And what are the effects if we do not do it, like business loses money, right? Then what are the different tools available to test emails? And since I use Litmus, I focus more on that. But you can use any of them. Last thing I want to say is think beyond. Think beyond just the functional testing and the automation and something written in your requirements document. Try to look at the bigger picture and see how the user's journey is. Where does the user start? Okay, so this actually helped me to figure out, okay, there is something called email, which is the entry point of user to my site that should be tested. So yeah, you should think beyond and see. Thank you. Yes, you can. So if you have any questions, just catch up with me after the session. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
So Anjali,